4 years ago, the U.S. went from being energy independent to energy dependent under President Joe Biden. He's pushed off on opening new oil exploration and natural gas exploration. If you're elected to the U.S. Senate, what would you do? What would you like to see done as far as the U.S. Senate? Would you propose legislation to help that, and what would that look like?
Real simple. Go back to the policy President Trump had put forth. It was working brilliantly. We need to restart the construction of the Keystone XL pipeline. We need to make sure we're drilling. President Trump makes it super easy. Drill, baby, drill. And that's what we need to do. And Joe Biden's finally getting it. He's starting to drill more. But, man, we're already in such a hole right now. We have good, clean oil, a lifetime supply below our feet in America. And for Joe Biden to have Venezuela and all of these Middle Eastern countries now providing us our energy, our oil, it's ridiculous. We don't need to be at the teat of the Middle East. We don't need to be at the teat of a dictator in Venezuela to have energy. And I think it was by design. You have to realize on day one, bumbling Joe Biden came in and opened up our border and caused all of this chaos and crime that has ensued. And he also stopped the oil policy that had made America, I think for the first time in my life, energy independent. People who are my age, we were told that we'd always be at the teat of the Middle East. Joe Biden made us back at the teat of the Middle East, which means every tiny conflict, every word said over in the Middle East drags us into conflict. But that's what he wants. He wants a destabilized America. He wants it where we can't afford anything. He wants our energy prices sky high. He wants us thrown into every world conflict to destabilize not just America, but the world. We got to get back to America First policies, America First energy policies, and that will bring us world peace.
Your Democrat opponent, Representative Ruben Gallego, supports the Biden energy policies. What do you make of that?
I mean, this is a guy who's so out of touch. He's Biden mini-me. I mean, literally Biden mini-me. A few years separate them, but ideologically, they are exactly the same. Ruben Gallego has voted 100% of the time with Joe Biden. He approved of Joe Biden's energy policy, which basically made our gas prices skyrocket. We have I believe it's the 6th highest gas prices in the country here in Arizona. And Ruben Gallego wanted to raise gas prices, tack an extra $1 on per gallon to our gas prices. He also supports states like Arizona banning gas-powered vehicles. Listen, if you want an electric vehicle, good for you. But that is a recipe for disaster on many, many levels. Not only is it a recipe disaster for our American automakers, because EV vehicles will be made by Chinese companies and the CCP in China, and it will decimate our auto industry. But we don't have the ability to charge, if everyone went EV, to charge all those electric vehicles. We know that by the time you get a charging station set up, it's already obsolete for vehicles and trucks and all of that. It's just a recipe. It's not a well thought out plan. We need every kind of vehicle, but we certainly don't want to be banning gas-powered vehicle. I like to fill it up and be able to travel down the beautiful roads of Arizona. Some of these locations you're traveling into Arizona, there's not a charging station. I want to have the free, wide-open roads and be able to have my freedom to explore Arizona, drive wherever I want, and have the ability to fuel up on cheap gas, which we can have if we bring back the Trump-era energy policies.